प्रेम एकता बंधु भाव से होता है सुंदर संसार, होता है सुंदर संसार। करुणा दया उदारता ये परम पिता का है उपहार, परम पिता का है उपहार। सब में परस्पर स्नेह बढ़े, अब ऐसी रीत निभाना है, अब ऐसी रीत निभाना है। सद्भावना अपना कर दिल में सबको सुखी बनाना है, सबको सुखी बनाना है। सद्भावना अपना कर दिल में सबको सुखी बनाना है, सबको सुखी बनाना है। आदर और सत्कार ही सच्चे मानव की शान है, सच्चे मानव की शान है। क्षमाशील बन शांति देना जीवन की मुस्कान है, जीवन की मुस्कान है। राग द्वेष से रहित जगत अब हमको यहाँ बनाना है, अब हमको यहाँ बनाना है। सद्भावना अपना कर दिल में सबको सुखी बनाना है, सबको सुखी बनाना है। सद्भावना अपना कर दिल में सबको सुखी बनाना है, सबको सुखी बनाना है। सब अपने हैं, अपनों को हम देंगे सदा शुभ भावना, देंगे सदा शुभ भावना। आओ करें हम सभी के लिए पल पल मंगल कामना, पल पल मंगल कामना। शिव पिता का शुभ संदेशा जन जन को पहुँचाना है, जन जन को पहुँचाना है। सद्भावना अपना कर दिल में सबको सुखी बनाना है, सबको सुखी बनाना है। सद्भावना अपना कर दिल में सबको सुखी बनाना है, सबको सुखी बनाना है। सबको सुखी बनाना है, अब नई संस्कृति लाना है, अब नई संस्कृति लाना है। सद्भावना अपना कर दिल में सबको सुखी बनाना है, सबको सुखी बनाना है। सद्भावना अपना कर दिल में सबको सुखी बनाना है, सबको सुखी बनाना है।
Om Shanti and good morning. Today we will be going through the Murli that Baba spoke about in yesterday's Baba Milan. It's a very short and sweet Murli. The original date of this Murli was 5th of April 2013. Thank you, Ami sister. So the heading is with good wishes, be cooperative with one another, remain free from obstacles, and make everyone free from obstacles. Remain constantly happy and make everyone happy. This is actually the summary of the whole Murli. So while we are going through this Murli, because it's full of love and full of expectations from Baba, let's all of us imagine that we're actually sitting right there in Diamond Hall in front of Baba and having a Bap Dada Milan ourselves. And in that consciousness, we will go through the Murli today. Today, the Master of all treasures is pleased to see his children who are full of all treasures. And Wa children, Wa emerges from his heart. Baba is so happy that he keeps saying Wa children, Wa. The sparkle of the attainment of treasures is sparkling on the face of each child. The sparkle of the fullness of the treasures is visible in the majority of children. See, Baba is saying majority it's visible. Somewhere it's up and down also. Bap Dada is singing the praise of each and every child. Wa children, Wa. Speak. So Baba is asking the children also to speak. Imagine God is praising us. So how fortunate and how much bhagyashali we all are. You are wonderful children, are you not? The father said and the children did. The father says that the sparkle of being a master of the treasures should be visible on the face and the forehead of each child. The face should be lit up and the forehead should show the seat of the soul. So it should be visible on the face and the forehead. What should be visible? The master, being of master of all the treasures. Seeing this on all the children who have a right to the treasures, Bap Dada is pleased. And so what song does he sing? Again, Wa children, Wa. Just as today, there is the sparkle of the fullness of treasures on each one's face. So it should always remain like this. Here, Baba is saying, like you are showing the sparkle today, it should be constant. So for anyone who looks at you, your face should speak. You don't need to say anything. I'm sure we all have observed this sometimes when we were not even BKs, but when we came and met Didis or anyone, it was the sparkle of their face that attracted us so much. Then simplicity and the sparkle. For anyone who looks at you, your face should speak. You don't need to say anything. So constantly check. Keep checking. Just as your face is sparkling now, does it remain like that all the time? So today, as a homework, we'll keep checking constantly every half an hour. Am I still, when people look at me, would I look like a person or a soul who's full of the fullness of master of treasures and the face is sparkling every half an hour? It should be that For anyone who looks at you, your face should speak. You don't need to say anything, your face should speak. Similarly, they should be visible as those who are constantly full of all the treasures, whether they are performing actions, having yoga, or staying in the remembrance of the Father. So first, Baba said, anybody who looks at you, your face should be the sparkle. You don't need to say anything. Your face should speak. That's the first sign. And the other is, whoever looks at you, they find you constantly full of all the treasures. Sampan is what Baba talks about, fullness. Whether they are, and this is at all three times, while performing actions also. So we don't get action conscious, but we remain soul conscious. And while having yoga and staying in remembrance, it has to be the same constant sthiti. And that's what he wants us to check. Each one of you can remain with your face sparkling as it is now. Can you not? Because nowadays, as time progresses, so too, according to the situation, the tension will also increase. So this Baba said in 2013, and the tensions have kept increasing. And if we look today, the world is full of tensions and negativity. So your faces will make them happy. So anybody who's full of tension, the mind is full of tension, looks at us and, they get momentarily happy. That's so our happiness gets so infectious is what Baba wants. Each child has to make such preparations to do service. So we have to prepare ourselves to do a service without words, just by the face. What are these treasures? So Baba is saying, when he speaks about fullness of the treasures, what are the treasures that we are full of? You know them, do you not? The special treasures are knowledge, yoga, and dharana. And so check these within yourself. Note that down. Knowledge, yoga, and dharana. These are our special treasures. The more we get deeper into knowledge, our happiness keeps increasing and increasing. And the more we churn it, similarly yoga, the more deeper we start getting into the yoga, karma yoga, sitting yoga, our happiness will increase. And dharana again, the more and more we start getting more and more dharana of food, of purity and all those things, we start feeling good, we start feeling happy. So these are the treasures. It should be complete fullness. So check these within yourselves. And it's also vice versa. The more we are happy, the easier renunciation becomes. So dharana becomes easy. And the more we have dharana, the more happy we are again. In today's gathering, Bap Dada is especially looking at the children who are filled with these treasures. So he's looking at children who are full of the treasures of knowledge, yoga, and dharana. In fact, nowadays, the most elevated treasure of all is the time of the confluence age. Because at the present time, the Father himself comes in the relationship of the Father and the Guru. So of all the treasures, knowledge, yoga, dharana, the biggest treasure is this time of the confluence age, which is why Baba calls it every second you can do a lot of, you can earn a lot. And Baba calls it Padma Padam, which means in 1 second you can earn lots and lots. This is the time of the confluence age. And also when we have God playing the role of our Father. And we realize that because we have that knowledge. At the present time, the Father himself is making the children full of treasures. So speak. You have love for this time? Do you not? We have to all check. Baba is asking, do we have love for this time? This confluence age? As we lucky souls have got introduced to our Father, we have to check inside. So Baba says, all of you should check. Have I accumulated all these treasures within myself? Am I distributing all the treasures like the Father? What is the sign of fullness of the treasures? Then we don't start seeking the treasures. We start sharing and distributing the treasures. The one who has his hands are full, only that person can distribute. The person whose hands are not full, he still has some capacity to take more. So the sign of fullness is this, that we start distributing. We are not looking for it. So when I'm sitting in yoga, I'm not doing it for myself, but I'm doing it for others, which Baba calls the seva, mansa seva. Those of you who believe that you also have a right to these treasures, the same as the Father, raise your hands. So we have to raise the hand of our mind. Baba is asking, do you feel that you have the right to these treasures? Of course we do. Our Father is righteous and who has all these treasures and keeps distributing them for 2,500 years. He's our Father. So we have a right to all his treasures. Bab Dada is very pleased. The majority of you are raising your hands. Bab Dada is congratulating every child on being full of treasures. It is good. Bab Dada is pleased to see his children who are full of treasures. So when Baba looks at us, he always looks at us or at our final stages. He never looks at us at our current stage. And that's how he gives us good vibes. Whenever you'll hear Baba speaking, he'll always look at us with our final stages, who these children are going to be. They might be whatever today, but who are these souls? How lucky they are, and what are they going to become? Seeing all the children who have come here, come from everywhere, Bab Dada is welcoming each and every child. So today Baba is in the form of a father, and he's welcoming all his children back home in Madhuban. So that's why we all also have to imagine that we are sitting in front of Baba in Madhuban. Just as all of you are presently visible as full of happiness, do you always remain like that? Or do we need some kind of adhar or a base? No matter what situations arise, they should not take away the happiness of your treasures. This is internal, right? This is not situational. Our treasures are not dependent on any external situation. Knowledge, yoga, and dharana. That's our own, that's our internal. Nobody can take it away from us. So Baba says, no matter what situation arises, it should not take away your happiness, the internal happiness. Just as your face now is filled with happiness and love, so it should always remain like that. Speak. Can it remain like that? And you all will say, yes, Baba, of course. Those who feel that it will remain like that, the past is past, but from now on, it will always remain like that. Raise your hands. So Baba is saying, let go all of your thoughts of the past today here. And now, from now on, based on the fullness of your treasures, always remain happy and peaceful and loveful. So raise your hands. Look, all of you are raising your hands. So Baba is looking. The majority of you are raising your hands. So whenever any situation arises, Your face should always remain like that. That's when we actually need to check ourselves. When we are in the middle of a situation, just remind ourselves that is my face doing the seva right now? Am I looking as full of happiness? Or have I become situation conscious? Baba is saying, at least nod. I hope we all are nodding. Will it remain like that? Will it? Baba is not going to leave us till we say yes. Then everyone who looks at you will see who has come. And the first sign of this is people will start respecting you. So seeing all of you, they will at least become half happy. If they are sad, looking at us, they'll become 50% happy. And that is a big seva in today's world. Acha, which zones have come today? So Baba is talking to the zones. So probably we'll go through each zone and look at the time later. We still have time. So Baba spoke to the indoor zone. It is the turn of the indoor zone. Acha. Half the people standing up in the hall are from indoor zone. Wah, children, wah, it is good. Seeing every child, Bap Dada is applauding with happiness. Just as the faces of all of you are happy today, so they should always remain happy. See, again and again, Baba is talking about happiness. Make this promise to yourself. Look, you like this, do you not? Keeping a wilted face and also keeping a smiling face. Which one would you like? Of course, everybody will like the smiling face. Would you not? So from today, all the children, not just the zone, but all the children should make a promise in your hearts that you will always remain happy and make everyone happy. Because there is no nourishment like happiness. Baba in Hindi also says, Khushi jaisi kurak nahi hai, which means there is no nourishment like happiness. You don't even need food. You forget everything when you are internally happy. Bap Dada has told you about the wonder of happiness many times. There's so much wonder in just happiness. And the best example of that is a small child. So happy and full of wonder. Doesn't bother about anything. Look, whenever you share anything, then there is that much less of it for yourself. But if you share happiness, would it decrease? So Baba is telling the wonder of happiness, that when we share happiness, does it decrease? Otherwise, everything else, if we share, it decreases. No, it would increase, would it not? Of course, sharing happiness increases our own happiness. This is Bap Dada's slogan. What is the slogan? Keep sharing happiness. Khushya bante chalo. Keep sharing the happiness. Remember it. Write down here on your forehead. I have to remain happy and make others happy. This is what Bap Dada wants us to remember. I have to remain happy and make others happy. And Baba has given us the way and method for that as well. To remain happy, I have to be full of all the treasures. And to make others happy, I have to keep checking in all situations that my happiness doesn't go away. So people, by looking at me, they get 50% happy. Do you like it? Those who like it, raise your hands. Seeing all of you happy children, others will become so happy. So make a firm promise, not just a promise, but a firm promise. What should you do? We will remain happy and we will share happiness. See, Baba is continuously reminding of the slogan. So we should note it down somewhere, the slogan that we have to remain happy and we have to share happiness. Is this firm? Or if something happens here, will your happiness disappear? No, there's nothing that can make your happiness disappear. Nothing. Whatever happens, my happiness will not disappear. That's the firmness Baba is looking for. From today, all of you should check this. Keep checking. Do not allow your happiness to go. Do you have this power? It takes power to stay happy in all circumstances. If so, raise your hands. Acha. So when we raise hands in front of Baba saying that, yes, I will do it, he gives us the power, he gives us the blessings to achieve what we are inspired to. So that's why he makes us raise hands. Acha, just be careful. Careful that we don't lose our happiness. Those from your zone and your center are seeing your hands. Bap Dada is pleased. You have maintained courage. Your courage and the Father's help will remain together. See? So our courage and Baba's help, which Baba calls in Hindi, Himmat te bache badate baab. All we have to do is be courageous and Baba will help us and sail us through. Everyone's photo is being taken, is it not? Then also give this photo to the zone. If those who come want this photo, give it to them. Your faces should always remain as they are today. Baba expects us to be constantly in happiness. Do you all agree that you will always remain happy and share that happiness? Do you agree? Raise both of your hands. Acha, remember this photo of yours. Baba, Bab Dada now wants any people who see any one of you from a distance to smile. And on seeing your happy face, they themselves should also become happy. So for that moment, when they are in front of us, they should forget all their tensions, all their happiness, all their unhappiness, tensions, concerns. And they should just be engrossed in being happy. Will you do this service? Will you? Acha, raise your hands. There are some people who say, I don't get service. I don't get to speak. I don't get any kind of service. I can't do Karmana service because I have bandhan. But this service anybody can do because this is from inside. You don't need to sit and do this service. The Father is saying, Wah, children, wah. From today, this should happen for anyone who suddenly comes to any place and Bap Dada will send someone. So Baba is saying, I will send someone to check your stage. Bap Dada does not want to see the children's faces as ordinary. So you want to please Bap Dada? Do you not? Will you? All of you are saying yes, indeed, from your heart. Now each center should check your companions. Do not say anything. Do not ask why or what, but let your face, Baba says, check your companions. Do not say anything. Do not ask why or what, but let your face be filled with such love that they become quiet. Nobody says anything, they just become quiet. So peace, momentary happiness, momentary power, whatever they need, they get from just by looking at our faces. You will do such service, will you not? You have to remain like that and also make others become like you. When someone suddenly comes to any center, they should experience themselves to have come to a place of happiness. Where there is happiness, there is everything. So it's not just the center, but even if somebody comes to our house, which is, Baba says, is also a seva sthan, a place of service, they should feel that we have come to a place of happiness. Generally, what do they say whenever someone is taking a leave? Stay happy and prosperous, especially in India. That's the blessing we give. So now, Bap Dada will send anyone secretly and see, because all of you children are the children of the highest on high Father. So when we claim to be children of the highest on high Father, then there will be our tests also. People will come to check us. Let's see who these are, how much power they have, how happy they are. They claim to be the children of the God, the highest on high Father. Let's go and check them. They can't go and check Baba directly, right? So they will come and meet us and try and look for him in us at any time. So Bab Dada is also pleased to see the children and is congratulating you from his heart. Constantly stay happy and prosperous. Today, Bab Dada is seeing that many new ones have also come. He is looking at the new children. Those who have come for the first time, raise your hands. Look, there are so many. So Bab Dada is congratulating all those who have come. You have come before the time of too late, but you now have to show wonders. Do you have this courage? It's all about courage. Those who have come for the first time, stand up and look. Did everyone see how many have come? So there might be a lot of new children who might have come for the first time. So in 2013, Baba said that you have come before the time of too late. Would Baba say the same thing today? We don't know. 150 Kumaris have come from the Indore hostel. So I will just give a brief of, I think we still have a little bit time. So we'll go through it. So Kumaris have come from the Indore hostel. It is good, Bab Dada is pleased. So there is a hostel at Indore where all these Kumaris stay, they study, and they also lead the spiritual lifestyle. Each Kumari will emerge from here as a serviceable jewel. Do you all have courage? If you have courage, raise your hands. So don't think that he's only talking to the Kumaris. Think that Baba is talking to me. When children have courage, the father definitely helps. Again, Baba is saying, Bap Dada is so pleased. Bap Dada's thought of giving extra help always remains for the children who have courage. All those who have come today, Bap Dada is giving special courage to everyone. Never be afraid. As soon as you say Mera Baba, Baba will become present. Just say it from your heart. So what is the technique? The vidhi? The vidhi is saying Mera Baba from the heart. Not from the mind, from the heart. Do not say Mera Baba superficially. In Bhakti, we used to call him Hey Bhagwan. So now that we have Gyan, with the same thought, we call him Mera Baba. He says, no, that is superficial. It has to come from the heart. There has to be feeling. Baba also has love for the children. With your courage, there is definitely help from the Father. Baba is committing himself to us if we have the courage. This is the last meeting of this season, but for the next season, everyone has to carry out 2 tasks. So Baba has also given a homework in this paragraph. So you have to remember this. So what's Baba saying? Firstly, make your service place constantly free from obstacles with constant good wishes and pure feelings. Very important. So the first task that Baba has given us is to make our service place constantly free. So our homes are our service places. Now, how can we make them obstacles free? And what are obstacles that we face? They are the skirmishes, the frictions that are initiated by other souls who stay with us, right? Or who come in contact with us. So how can we make our service place obstacles free? That is with constant good wishes. So whenever we are in a situation of skirmish, of friction, I'm facing a challenge, in the middle of a challenging situation, I start giving good wishes and pure feelings to the other souls from where the obstacles are coming. And we will automatically observe and experience that those obstacles, we constantly become obstacle free gradually, not in one day. But if we continue to give good wishes and pure feeling, the obstacles would automatically go away. Not mixed feelings, pure feelings. You remain free from obstacles and make everyone free from obstacles. Do you agree? Then raise your hands. You are raising your hands very well. Bab Dada is pleased on seeing the hands, but keep the Father constantly happy. Do not think and do not give Baba anything to think about. So do you think Baba likes it when we are unhappy, when we are tired of obstacles, when we are tired of, of ourselves? Baba never likes it. So Baba says, please give me reason also to remain constantly happy. Nevertheless, the Father is constantly happy and constantly gives blessings to our children. So Baba doesn't get unhappy. But of course, he thinks that and has a hope that my children should get obstacle free. So he constantly keeps giving blessings to us. May you be immortal. However, what are you especially going to do for the next season? What is the task? Bab Dada's thought is that every child definitely knows his own weakness, whatever his particular weakness is. You know your weakness, do you not? Now, what is the weakness that Baba is talking about? And we all know it somewhere or the other. That weakness is the door from which Maya comes in and takes over. It could be ego or small forms of ego. It could be irritation, anger, frustration, some kind of weakness that we might have. Giving in where we should not, or standing up where we should give in. These are weaknesses. So we all have to introspect, what is my own weakness? You know your own weaknesses, do you not? Every Baba's child, I'm sure, would know his or her weakness. That what is that one thing that leads me to get weak in Gyan? So Baba says, finish that weakness, whether it is waste thoughts or anger, and then come. Sometimes waste thoughts also bother a lot. Because the more waste thoughts, the more effort it takes to get back onto the happy stage. Even a little bit of anger causes distress to the self and the place. It takes a lot of time after getting angry or irritated to get back into our earlier stage. So whatever weakness you have, finish that and then come. And Baba also said this is a sign of a difference between Suryavanshi souls and Chandravanshi souls. The Chandravanshi souls will have a weakness, and after something happens, they will realize and try to get back onto that stage, which is a sign of effort. And the Suryavanshi souls, even before getting angry or getting irritated or whatever challenge is going to come, they realize it. And through the knowledge, they change it. So the effort, in fact, during that circumstances, if we remain in that knowledge and change the situation or come out of that situation, it only elevates our stage automatically. So there is no effort that we experience. And that's a sign of a Suryavanshi soul. So we can reach that stage when we remain in constant consciousness, awareness. Do you like this? If you like it, then raise both of your hands. Do we like that we will finish our weakness? Yes, of course. We'll all raise hands of our mind. Just as you're ever ready in raising your hands, in the same way, also remain ever ready in renunciation. Let it go, renunciation, vairagya. So what type of gathering will there be next season? One that is free from obstacles and the one that the Father likes. Daddies, do you like this? Raise your hands. Now we shall see. To those at the centers, remind one another every night that you have promised. Are you moving along? So we at our homes, we have to remind ourselves. Are you moving along according to your promise? In the night, just write this promise down from today onwards and check every day in the night. For 21 days, do this. And then we will look at it again after 21 days. And that weakness would have majorly gone. And then don't let that come back again. Ask with good wishes, not in the form of taunting, with good wishes, each other, Be cooperative with one another, give one another signals with the good wishes of making one another move forward. So Baba says, what was today's slogan? He's reminding us, we will remain happy and we will make others happy. And what was the task? The task he gave us was to finish our weakness. Right? So today, whatever weakness do you like it? Raise your hands if you like it. So the photographer, take their photo. So photographer is also taking that photo of us sitting on our, sitting in our homes and reading this Murli or going through this Murli. So today, whatever weakness you have, leave all of that in this hall before you go. Do not take them with you. Can you do this? Again, Baba is again and again asking us to raise our hands because he wants that firmness to come in, that determination that I want to do this, right? Which is why he keeps asking us to raise our hands. Congratulations, congratulations, and congratulations. So how much Baba has inspired us today. Okay, so we will go further on this. So I think Baba is talking to double foreigners after this, where they have. So one thing that I would like to add, where Baba mentioned, it's just a summary. When he's talking to double foreigners, he's saying that in case your zeal and enthusiasm, because it's natural sometimes that the zeal and enthusiasm with which we go back from Madhuban, it deteriorates after some time. But Baba says, what is the strategy that the zeal and enthusiasm doesn't go away? So Baba says, when you go to sleep, always check, is the thought that I had happening? What thought I had, what effort I was supposed to make, or what promise I had made to myself, is that happening? And if that is not happening, then before going to sleep at night, let the zeal and enthusiasm for the next day emerge. So make a virtual list. Okay, no problem. Tomorrow I'm going to start afresh and I'll do these things. This is how I'm going to spend my day. This is the consciousness that I will be in. And enthusiasm for the next day will emerge and then you go to sleep. So before going to sleep, always do this exercise. And when you wake up in the morning, check whether the thought you had is still emerged or whether it has merged even a little. The thought here that you had while you were sleeping, is that merged or is that emerged? If it has merged, then bring it back with enthusiasm. See, we are responsible for our own zeal and enthusiasm. And we will realize when our zeal and enthusiasm is going down. And that's when we need to work on it and make effort to keep ourselves motivated. Enthusiasm and zeal should not go away. Okay, that's what he said when he was talking to, Baba was talking to double foreigners. He also spoke to the teachers. He said that teachers, they are always on seva all the time, 24/7. So he's giving a lot of blessings to the teachers also. And some tasks, of course. And he also expects the teachers to be free of weaknesses. And they definitely have to renounce So he says that there are still weaknesses there internally, and they have to work on it. And he also speaks to Dadis. When Moini Ben was there, he calls her Marjiva, which is dead alive. And then there were a couple of buildings that were being, Baba launched them, inaugurated them. So one in Dubai and one auditorium, a new auditorium in Jaipur. So he inaugurated these, and then he took leave from all the children for that season. So that was all that Baba had to say today. A very short, sweet, inspiring, full of expectations, the Murli was. So we will give ourselves 2-3 minutes of silence, after which we will start the churning. Okay. So who wants to go first with their churning points? Anyone who wants to share? Om Shanti.
Good morning, everyone. Very empowering, Murli. And Baba says, make your service place, that is your home, free from obstacles. This you can make it free from obstacles by having good wishes and pure feelings, not just mixed feelings, and not mixed feelings. To be happy, you should be filled with the treasures of Gnan, Yoga, and Dharan. And to be constantly happy, you need to give happiness to others and check yourself every half an hour whether the happiness has still remained. Om Shanti.
Very nice. Absolutely. Anybody who wants to remain constantly happy must keep sharing happiness. Anybody else?
Om Shanti, sister.
Om
A
Shanti.
very nice Murli today. Of course, all Murlis are nice. Thank you, Baba. But this is the most simple Murli in a different way, I feel. Most fundamental one. If you be happy and make others happy. Actually, and the takeaway point on how to make that happen, I like Baba's message that you see the face should sparkle with that kind of happiness. And I think one good idea is to see yourself in the mirror. The mirror tells you that your face is definitely not looking as happy as it should. Mm-hmm. And when your face is happy, your inner happiness shows on the face, actually. So when your inner side is happy, the face itself reflects that, your eyes reflect that. And I think the takeaway for me is that stay focused on this practice, because when you're happy from inside, it shows on the face, the sparkle shows. So you vibrate happiness all around you. Om Shanti.
Very nice. And to remain happy from inside, Baba also suggested that our zeal and enthusiasm should not go away, and we should have fullness of all the treasures inside. And another secret of staying happy that Baba shared was the constant awareness that we are on the confluence age. What have we got? When we remember that we are in the confluence age, then we remember our Brahman life. And then we remember whatever we have received from Baba. And that makes us happy. And we stop thinking about the here and now, and we go into the Behad. So infinite, but very nice. Thank you. Anybody else? So what are the tasks that Baba gave all the children for that season? Anybody remembers?
Check yourself before going to sleep, the promise you made to yourself, and see whether the same promise has and when you wake up, whether the same promise is merged in your thoughts.
Exactly.
Right, I don't know.
Very nice. And how will we find out whether when we wake up, whether that thought is merged or emerged? What is the difference? Any thoughts?
Om Shanti Benji. Yeah,
Om
it is
Shanti.
such a wonderful Murli, where to start, where to finish, because when Baba is speaking itself, you feel so much of zeal and enthusiasm, and you really vibrate the happiness and cheerfulness there. And how we check is we will have that enthusiasm when we get up. Wow, Baba said this last night, and then we feel it. So it is such a beautiful Murli to say, because to remain happy, give happiness, distribute happiness to everyone, and that means he don't want to see anyone in sorrow, sadness, or any other weaknesses. And it is like our duty. Time is close. He's really asking us to help everyone, and we be an example, because even from a distant, when they see us, Baba says what they should already be smiling, their face should be so happy. Wow, I've seen them, and that's something very wonderful also, I feel. Thank you. Happy souls.
Absolutely.
Shanti.
Thank you. You are also vibrating lots of happiness, I'm sure. So, yep, absolutely. I think Baba said that the difference between emerged and merged, and the thought that Renuben shared was perfectly correct. When it is emerged in the morning, you will wake up happy. And it will always remain in your mind. You'll not have to make the effort to remind yourself, what was it? What was the thought that I had before I slept? It will be emerged. So very nice, Renu sister. Anybody else wants to share anything? What did Baba say about weaknesses?
Om Shanti. Thank you, sister. Thank you, Ms. Murli. And there is nice Murli. And I want to share the point that what we give is what we take, what we receive. So more and more happiness we share, we will receive more and more happiness. So this is I want to share. Om Shanti. Thank you, sister.
Thank you, Kalpesh Bhai. So yes, and in addition, Baba also mentioned about weaknesses. Baba mentioned about giving happiness. And Baba said that you have to identify that weakness, that one weakness, and let it go out of your system completely, So make that effort, follow a technique, and be ever ready to renounce. The more we are ever ready to renounce, the more our dependency on external factors reduces, and we are able to remove our weaknesses, which is why Baba spoke about being ever ready in renunciation as well. Any other thoughts? Any other churning
Baba
points?
also said, become Surya Vamshi.
Yes.
Sun is always independent. He is not
Yes.
dependent on others. So
Yeah.
we also need to be the same.
Yes, Baba never likes his children making effort. He always keeps using the word sahaj, which is easy. This is easy Rajyoga. And when he looks at us and sees us making effort to get onto that stage, that only happens when we let ourselves get down from our stage. So we have to make a conscious effort to remain on that stage, no matter what comes in our way, and that is what Baba likes. So Baba also mentioned briefly in this Murli that please let me also be happy. And how will Baba be happy? When he sees us constantly happy, not making efforts. So if we are getting tired making efforts, that's a sign that somewhere there is some weakness which is bothering me. And through introspection, I must identify that weakness and make that go with conscious effort and conscious awareness. That's what Baba also mentioned as a task. So I think
Om Shanti. I will add one small thing. Baba also told about time. we have to really honor the treasure of time. And that
Yes.
was very, very differently Baba created that wonderful energy. And when Dadi Janki Ma said few words that brought such super sensuous joys, and Guljar Dadi Ma also danced after the Murli. So in spite of, Baba not being there in Lokikta, but I could feel the whole environment, and it was so, so wonderful. The energy of happiness, Baba told us, you have to create it, you have to emerge it again and again with constant effort. Yes. And thanks, sister, for giving that energy once again. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. Om Shanti.
Thank you, sister, for sharing that. Yes, Gulzar Dadi danced. If you see Dadis, they have so much joy inside that they're not able to contain it. So it comes out in some of the other action. They're so happy, constant happiness inside, they're not able to contain it at all. And it's infectious. You feel happy being in the presence of such souls. So very nice example. So I think we are already at 6:26. We will give 2 minutes for meditation, and then we will end this discussion. So, Ami sister. Okay, so let's remain in the consciousness and awareness of this Murli today. Vision myself sitting in the Diamond Hall in front of Avyak Bab Dada, just having listened to this sweet Murli. Avyak Bab Dada is giving me drishti. From that drishti,
Hello, welcome to the postgraduate program in artificial
from this drishti,
collaboration.
I can see
Faculty Director for the Center.
the courage, the inspiration, flowing through the eyes of Avyak Bab Dada. There is no one else in that hall but me and them, my mother and my father, who have high expectations from me. And they also know that I'm capable, and I have done this time and again. It's nothing new. Baba promises me that he will always remain by my side. And all I need is the courage. My success is guaranteed. He is guiding me to a path of constant happiness and joy. I have been searching for this feeling all through my past births. And now, in my last birth, finally, I have achieved what I was looking for. I need nothing else. Whatever I was looking for is in front of me. I am thankful to Baba to take me as his child. All I ever wanted was a glimpse of him. And he has given me everything that he has. This happiness is incomparable. And unforgettable. These experiences can never be forgotten. Even after several births, I will keep looking for this experience that I am having today. Thank you, Baba. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Stay happy, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you. Om Shanti, everyone.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti, Shivani Ben. Thank you, all of you. See you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Have a blissful day.